Hi, Tammy Johnson here again with ESA Connection. I'm so excited to bring you another vendor interview. Today I have Steve from Dual Advisors. We're going to talk all things high school, all things transition, career, everything. So jump in with us. We're so excited to have you with us. All right, Steve, first question. Are you ready for this?
I am.
Okay. I feel like there's been a shift on the expectations for learners after high school.
Yes.
What is that shift? What does that look like now for learners? Like, what are they focusing on? Is it going to college? Is it more vocational? Is it more entering the job market?
Yeah. And I would say that shift has happened, and there is quite a few individuals that want to make sure that if they do go to college, they receive the value that they're paying for when they're at college. So when they do get the degree, it has something of tangible value that will equate to a great career in their future.
Great question. Great answer. You're absolutely right. So I feel like the value for a college degree is absolutely important. So let's talk about what your service that you provide is helping high schoolers to obtain that college degree and credit during high school. So where does your company come in to support teenagers for their career vision?
Excellent. What we do is we help these students be able to reduce the amount of college that they have to go to. So basically allowing them, they're going to have to take that class while they're in high school anyway. So if they're going to take history in high school, why not take our history, our curriculum? We have 24 courses so that it will count for high school as well as college.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. It just makes it seems like more impactful.
Oh, absolutely.
And I feel like too, teenagers, they're just more focused on that as well because they can create and do stuff like apps or technology or whatever and have little small businesses while they're in high school.
Absolutely. I love that. I will tell you this, it's so exciting because when a student looks at it and realizes, oh my goodness, I can actually jump ahead of my peers.
Yep.
We have a lot of students that come to us and say, oh, I feel like I'm behind, either I'm homeschooling or whatever it happens to be. And they feel like, well, no, you have the opportunity to jump 2 years ahead of any of your peers. So here's how it works. It's kind of cool. So if they start with us, me as a sophomore, they can just take 1 or 2 college classes while they're a sophomore, take 4 classes each semester as a junior and a senior.
Wow.
Then the next thing you know, they have 20 classes. Those 20 classes are an Associate of Science degree that we award them the degree while they graduate from high school. Now they go to college as a junior. They've leapfrogged ahead of all of their peers, and now they get to graduate college 2 years earlier. They're in the market 2 years earlier. They've had income of earning 2 years earlier. So it's exciting to see how these kids you can turn their life around by allowing them to take not just 1 or 2 or 3 classes. So here's what's interesting. I'll have a mom come to me and go, oh, we're taking dual enrollment. My kid took 2 or 3 classes. And I go, fantastic. And I said, that's excellent. It'll help to reduce their load of when they're in college. But I said, did it save you any money? And they look at me and they go, real puzzled look.
Right.
Because it comes down to, did you take 10 classes that can apply towards your degree? If it did, you saved 1 full year of college. Now, I was a former administrator at a Christian university.
Oh, you were? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And so I
you
know
the cost.
So after it's all said and done, after the discounts they give you, after scholarships, after grants, Pell Grants, all that kind of stuff, on average, the student still has to pay another $15,000 to $17,000 each year.
A year, wow.
So if we just save them 2 years of school by transferring as junior, I just saved them $35,000.
Oh my goodness. And you advance their career timeline 2 years as well.
Yeah.
I think that's so important because they can get out there and start, whatever that might look like, working at the ladder or doing their passion, whatever their career option is, but they can be in their field 2 years earlier than if they hadn't done that in high school. This is exciting, really exciting.
I got an interesting analogy that was kind of interesting. Somebody says, hey, compare your program to a person who gets a full 4-year ride to university. I'm thinking, at first I was thinking, well, man, a full ride.
A full ride, right?
Yeah, it's a full ride. And then I realized, oh my goodness, if our student goes through and goes through and takes the 2 years in high school, they get their associate degree, they go to college.
Right.
Okay, well, they're out 2 years sooner than the kid who got the full 4-year degree, and he still pays. But the interesting thing, the income he makes over the next 2 years puts him ahead.
Oh,
now, try this. Now, I've hired thousands of people in my life, but it's one of those things where it's like you have two candidates come to you. One kid who just graduated, full 4-year ride
Yep.
from your favorite university. Or I got a kid who graduated with 2 years in high school through us, and then 2 years of college, got their bachelor's.
Yeah.
They went 2 years into the field and is now working in the industry that they want the job with a good reference.
Oh, wow.
90 some percent of the time, I'm going to hire the kid who's got 2 years of experience in the field that shows he shows up on time, all the wonderful things that you need
Right.
for your executive skills, versus the kid who got the full ride. So now I'm looking at, oh my goodness, you have just jettisoned in front of those kids who may have gotten the wonderful full ride by using dual advisors.
I like the word jettison, and I really think that captures what you're giving families and kids, and also just helping them out financially to be able to say that much as well, because university has gotten so
Yep.
expensive,
Yep.
and families are really struggling
Yes.
to afford it compared to our parents
Right.
back when we had to go to college. And so it's really a struggle. So just the fact that they can use their high school years more intentionally, save them financially, and then, like you said, jettison them into on that career timeline into the career, so they're actually working and giving back to society and the community. I mean, that's amazing.
It's awesome. And it's so exciting because our three premises is that our classes are accredited because we're at the highest level of a regionally accredited. They're adaptable in that you can start and stop your classes if you want to go on vacation, or if you have a medical issue, start and stop whenever you want. We're not dictated by a particular university's academic calendar. And then the third thing is that it's affordable. Our costs for our classes are extremely reasonable, and we're approved by the Arizona ESA. So, so exciting.
So with that, you're working with teenagers and high schoolers, and obviously you're doing, the associate degree is the first 2 years of general academics, but at the same time they have a focus and a vision. So how do you help families and learners figure out their career options for after high school?
Well, first of all, we do an introductory class. That introductory class is our college readiness. That course then kind of helps them kind of take a look at what fits for them, and then they can realize. Then they take the full list of classes that we've got, and they can kind of choose. I let them choose initially maybe the classes they just want to take,
right?
And then they can find out through these classes what really just talks to their passion in life. I personally believe that God's all created us for a purpose.
Absolutely.
And when they're done with their schooling, I want to be able to say that we've provided them with a debt to a path-free degree. And then now they're free. They have the freedom to be able to pursue what God has laid on their heart without the debt attached to themselves that they have to go pay off. So
that's such a huge gift.
Make an impact and have the freedom to be able to do what God's laid on your heart.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. All right, I want to ask you a couple more questions. So I know a lot of parents in this scenario. So they've done all the things, since middle school all the way through high school, trying to help their learner to navigate and decide in a career path. Mm-hmm. And still no choice. There's no career path. The learner just has not, it's a senior year now, and the learner has just not figured out what they want to do after high school. What advice would you give to parents and even the learner to help narrow it down? Yeah. Should they be stressed out? Should they just go and finish a degree? Like, what's your advice to that?
It is a tough one because everybody's stressed. They're trying to figure out, everybody's asking you, what's your major going to be?
Right.
And you know what? It's okay. It really is okay. We all learn at our own pace. God's got a plan for us as we navigate through this life. It is okay for us to be okay at that moment.
And he doesn't reveal it to us on our timeline.
I love it.
On his timeline.
Exactly right. It is okay. I have changed my kind of path in life quite a few times. And yet I realize, okay, I'm asking the Lord to give me direction on as He goes in front of me. And I can rely on that. And then I can be at peace. And that's the beauty of it. We like to have peace and the steps that we move forward. As we move forward, a step in faith, but yet we can say, okay, I don't have to have that particular saying. I know exactly where I'm going in my degree. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the kids that come in and they've got their plan.
Right. They got
but yet,
plan.
I also love the kid that says, you know what? I'm open.
Right.
What do you have in store for me? And my thing is keep learning and be a lifelong learner, no matter where you go, whatever you do, and it will reveal itself. Yep. It really will. I'm confident of that. And I say that with 100% assurity. So
parents, if you have a senior, graduation's coming up, and they don't know what they're going to do with their life, what career option, what career choice, it's okay.
I would say
it's going to be revealed.
And let me tell you about the money thing, because Even though I've been a university administrator, I would say you don't always have to immediately go right into college. You can do our programs at a fraction of the cost. I mean, I am below any other university, especially after you graduate from high school. There's nothing cheaper than us. But the beauty of this would be is take a year off
Take a year off.
and earn some money to be able to pay for the next year of college and let it being revealed itself. I really believe in a college education. I really do. But not at the expense where you're paying 50, 60, 70, 80,000 of debt when you're done. I would like to make sure that you graduate and you're debt free. So with that, um, I would encourage you basically to even take our courses
Right.
even after graduation from high school at such a reduced rate, so you can then pay for it, go work, pay for it, and
Right.
get done. And then hopefully, Lord willing, that you'll have it revealed to you exactly
Be
what the Lord's got
revealed.
and your
Yeah.
purpose in life.
Oh, I love it. Okay, we're on our final question. Are you ready for the final question?
I'm ready.
What's your favorite part of supporting learners?
I love it when the light goes on. The light bulb just goes on. It's like, oh my goodness, I can do this. I'm good at math. I mean, these kids come to me, I was like stunned. I will tell you this. There's one other thing I'd say. I have had many homeschool moms that come and they'll say to me, they'll say in tears, I think I failed my kid or something like that.
No.
And then when I talk them through what's going on, I realize, and then they walk away from our conversation with the idea, no, I really am doing the right thing. And I'm really excited.
Yes.
And I say, look back on where your student was and where they're going. And then don't be looking back at maybe what you should have or could have or
Right.
would have. That's junk. That's the past. The
Right.
future is maybe what you're going to do over the next 2 years to like jettison yourself beyond where they are today.
And you can't control the past, it's done. You can control the future and
Amen
make a
to
plan
that.
to make those changes. So I love that. Steve, it's been a pleasure. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for chatting with us today. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna wait.